Hello, everyone. Welcome to the day they reveal Final Fantasy VII Remake Part Three's title. And we'll wait to get into that here in a minute. It's not super surprising, honestly. Like if we're being honest with ourselves here. But the first look at everything. Now I'm just going to be looking at the trailer in this. I've already seen the trailer. I was watching Summer Game Fest on Major Rage TV's channel. That if you haven't followed them on Twitch or subscribed to them on YouTube, please do. But yeah, so we got our first glimpse. There's some other stuff. There's some gameplay stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to do the initial 2-minute reveal trailer right now. So I'm not going to, I'll probably be pausing throughout just because of copyright and stuff. So we'll see how this goes. But
our planet, guided by calamity.
So guided.
Man sought dominion.
So these are all of our masked or hooded figures and everything. You know, of course, clamoring after Sephiroth.
Union by his will.
We got our boy Sephiroth here.
A star fell. A meteor.
So the Sephiroth there, and he was holding Cloud. It looked like. Let's see if I can go back. Yeah, he looks like he's holding Cloud right here. So, yeah, I mean, it's the saga of Sephiroth and Cloud continues, of course.
By his will, a star fell. A meteor.
So our first look at Meteor right here. So our first look at the Meteor that the Black Materia summoned. Because keep in mind, in the end of Rebirth, the Meteor wasn't summoned yet. So
called forth to bring ruin to.
And look at that, baby. Meteor. So I'm guessing that's going to be closer to when
our planet. And
I'm guessing that's going to be closer to when the Midgar raid happens, as Meteor's getting rather close, because Midgar raid is one of the last things before the very end of the game. So that's probably right before the Midgar raid, as Meteor is very close. So of course we have the Northern Crater, where all of our
stand against the celestial.
I'm going to turn this down more. I thought I had this low enough, but maybe not. We get to see all of our weapons coming out of the Northern Crater. So obviously, here's the Northern Crater again. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's where all our masked or our hooded figures are going through the area, which, I mean, they were in the original. So, yep, they're going in here. Which this is probably where Sephiroth is encased. And there's our party. Where's Vincent, though? Vincent's not in this shot, is he? Huh.
Long story short.
And there it is, the Highwind. Everybody's been asking about it. I do have some questions about the Highwind that I'll get into here in a little bit. But you can see Meteor here. It seems like it's much further away at this point. So it seems like this is when we get the Highwind, you know, and the world opens up to us. Because I'm guessing that the beginning of Part 3 is going to be. Actually, you can kind of see the name up here. So, so Revelation. So I'm guessing the beginning of Revelation is going to be, is more going to be, you know, like the Northern Crater. Like we're probably going to go right into the Northern Crater. I doubt we're going to get the Highwind before that, obviously, because we don't get the Highwind until after the Northern Crater. So I feel like the first leg of the game, Act 1, is more than likely going to be the Northern Crater. After the Northern Crater, that's when everything opens up. My question is going to be, how many of those previous areas can we go to? Is the whole world open to us? You know, I know they were saying that a lot of, that, you know, you can go over any spot and jump out of it. And we'll see a lot of the new areas that they have for us. But, like, what about old areas? I know we can go back to Midgar because, you know, Midgar, you know, they're part of the Midgar raid and everything. However, what are we like? How much of Rebirth are we going to be able to explore? Is it all still going to be there? I mean, I'm assuming major locations, maybe like Mount Corel, you know, some of the grassland areas, some of Cosmo Canyon, like maybe some of that will be closed off to us to save space. But like, you know, how much of this Rebirth are we going to be able to get, as well as all the new areas? So it's that's my big question.
World's in trouble. Has been.
And we have the Highwind. There's our party. There's Vincent. So in this one, obviously they talk about, I think in one, yeah, everybody can you can basically jump off anywhere and dive down into the world. Now, I don't think that's the grasslands. Actually, I think it might be the grasslands, but I honestly don't know. So okay. Oh wait. Okay. So okay. So this looks like it's the Medial area. Maybe. I mean, you got the tree here and everything. I don't know what that is represent. Oh no! I wonder if it's that one area. Can't remember what it's called, like the secret forest or whatever. Could be the secret forest. That I don't know. Correct me down below. I know you guys will. All right, our first glimpse of Wu Tai. Cannot wait. I'm I'm glad because it looks like they kind of expanded on Wu Tai from subsequent footage that we see. I'm very happy about that. I think that Wu Tai was just such a small scale in the original game. I just hope they expand upon it a lot in this game.
You're mine.
So we have now there's our first look at Vincent's combat as well as him using his berserker form. I don't know if that's going to be a part of basic combat or limit breaks, but
Good night.
and it looks like I'm assuming that Vincent might be our replacement for Aerith, maybe sorta, because Aerith, without Aerith, there's a lot of magic power and a lot of long range uh, offense that we're going to be losing. So I think Vincent might be our, especially with the gun, because Aerith was more of like, she would always wave the wand or wave her staff and it would shoot little things. I'm assuming that the gun now is going to be that kind of offset, plus a lot of the magic stuff. I can't, I think I think Vincent is going to be our replacement for Aerith magic wise. And then our boy Sid. Just leaning into that Dragoon, our boy in the Dragoon. So this is very interesting right here. It looks like that they've got like a hybrid job system going on. They talked about this later, and as I said, I don't know if I'm going to review that footage, but like I did definitely want to talk about this. But this is like one of the alternate outfits, and I think they had Tifa as like you could have her as like a freelancer or a black mage. So this is which is kind of crazy because I figured she would be a monk, like a monk or whatever else. But I don't know if it's going to kind of be like a outfit system, like not a dress sphere, but like a default system or something like you pick black mage and it automatically sets up these certain materia for this and blah blah. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if it's going to be like not a default, a customization. I don't remember what it's called, but anyway.
I'll make you proud.
So more of Cloud doing the thing. Here comes a big part. Obviously, Shinra soldiers. I'm gonna kind of skip around here. So here's our boy. So there's our boy, the weapon. This is one of our weapons from Rebirth. It looks like they've kind of evolved a little bit, which is good because I was kind of hoping that those weapons would kind of evolve into something else, or just evolve into the weapons themselves, like Ruby and Emerald, and each area has their own weapon that's evolved, and then they all kind of come to the Northern Crater and then get released. But it looks like these guys are going to be like, I don't want to say bosses, but like kaiju battles in the game. It looks like. Because these guys are because it looks like they're attacking. I think that's Medial. I think is where it's attacking right now. Maybe I'm not 100% sure. There's our boy Ruby, and that I'm guessing that might be either Bahamut or it's got to be Bahamut. Like I was trying to figure, or Ultima. It might be Ultima weapon. I don't maybe. Kind of looks like it really does kind of look like Ultima weapon now. Ooh, look at Sid. He's thinking.
Your faith to the test,
Cloud. So, and then here we go. This is the reveal, as I've already said, and as you can see up here in the corner, it's already there. But Oh, baby. There it is, Revelation. Which, let's be real, that's not a huge surprise. Like that is not a huge surprise by any stretch of the imagination. That was going to be the name. I mean, people have been throwing out tons of Revelation, Resolution, uh, Refund. That's one that I did. Refund for you know our money back. Um, no hints that I saw of the whispers. Now maybe it was in subsequent footage, but in this I did not see any whispers. So hopefully they're gone. They won't be. They're going to be in this game some
Never
way.
would have made it this far without you guys.
Yep. And there's Cloud remembering Aerith. Oh, okay. And as I just say it, they're right there.
Guys.
Yep, there they are. Okay, so I'm dumb.
Let
I
me
just
down.
didn't notice it.
I promise.
Spring 2027 on all platforms. Yeah, they learned their lesson on that one. That's for damn sure.
Ends here.
So yeah, I think that's it, right? Oh yeah. So there we go. Let's hide those. There we go. Remake, Rebirth, Revelation. So awesome sauce. Love it. It looks good to me. I mean, if they, I loved Rebirth. I did a on this channel. I did a let's play. I recorded the entire. It was like 98 parts, but I loved it. I loved Rebirth. But what I'm going to do now is now that I've always said once they announce the name of the part 3, I am going to start streaming instead of Final Fantasy Fantasia, which I've been doing, and it's been a bit of a slog. But I am now going to start streaming Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, in build up for now Final Fantasy VII Revelation, the end cap. I don't know if I'm going to stream Revelations because I might record it, but here on YouTube, you guys don't care. Like it won't bother you any because you'll see it anyway on here. But but I am going to be streaming Remake and Rebirth. I'm definitely going to be uploading Remake because I've never Agent Tim Gamer played the Remake and it's been uploaded on this channel. I have never played Remake on this channel. I started streaming in August of 2020, and Remake came out in what was it? April of 2020. So it was before I had already done, played, and beaten Remake by the time I started streaming. So I will now be streaming and then uploading Final Fantasy VII Remake. Then I will be streaming Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I don't know if I'm going to upload those Rebirth streams to YouTube. You can just look at my main Let's Play. You know what I mean? Like, but then I will be, at the very least, recording and uploading my Final Fantasy VII Revelation stuff. So, I'm going to start the long road now. I can't say I'm going to play Remake all and Rebirth all the time. I'm giving myself plenty of time. From now, June 5th, 2026, to spring of 2027, I have to play and beat Remake and Rebirth, at least story wise. Now, I've already played all these games and not completed them, but did everything. But that's my plan at this point. I would love for anyone to join me on Twitch when I do it. Shoot, I might start tonight. This has got me hyped. I might start streaming Remake tonight. You never know. Because I was going to do the Final Fantasy Fantasia this weekend, and I decided not to because, well, I didn't decide not to. Then this happened, so I'm like, okay, it's go time with the remakes trilogy. So, yeah, lots of craziness, right? So we'll see how this goes. As I said, maybe I'll stream Remake, see what happens. We'll go from there. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Let me know down below what you're excited about with Final Fantasy VII Revelation. I'm excited. There's more footage out there. Go watch it all, or not, because it reveals a lot. A lot of the footage they show reveals a lot. So if you don't want to be spoiled, definitely don't watch the Game Awards stuff because they gave us tons of footage to digest. Gameplay, cinematic, story. Like, they gave us all of it. So I mean, and I get it. It's a 30-year-old game, but almost a 30-year-old game. So I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, if you don't want spoiled on things or you don't want to see things, you want to be in awe when it happens in the game, probably don't watch that. Anyway, with that all being said, everybody, thank you very much for joining me here. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. So excited. Catch you later.